Hey everybody, this is Brian Goulet of the Goulet Pen Company and InkNouveau.com. I want to talk to you today about Lamy pens. You may have noticed if you bought one brand new before, it might have had a little ink in it. And your pen, it doesn't necessarily mean your pen's been used because they test them new from the factory. So I'm going to show you what that's all about here with a quick video. Alright, what we have going on right here, this is a brand new Lamy that's straight out of the box. Okay, this is a Lamy Vista. This is the clear version of the pen. It's got a cardboard box here. You open it up, you pull out the warranty stuff, the card that it comes on, you know, a little insert that kind of holds it in place. Pull that off of there, and here you have your pen. Now the pen comes with this little cardboard ring on the middle here, and what that does is it's a spacer that keeps the ink cartridge from busting on the back of the pen in transit. So the little cardboard thing, you don't need that after you buy the pen. It comes with a cartridge, which I believe is Lamy Blue, and you'll notice when you pull the pen off of here that there's a little bit of ink on the underside of the nib. So I'm going to show you that. I got a little trick here for pulling it off. You may be able to get the nib off with just your fingers. In this particular pen I can't, but I have a piece of Scotch tape here. I have another video on how I do this, but in more detail. But basically you take the tape, use that to pull off the nib. Okay? Not rocket science. But anyway, so yeah, of course I get the tape stuck on my finger. Okay, so now if you look on the underside here, if I can get it to focus, there you go. You can see that blue ink is on the underside of the nib. And then if I also look at the feed, you can see the feed has kind of a bluish tint to it. Okay, so if you got this brand new, you may be thinking, oh my gosh, like maybe this is a return pen and somebody didn't like it or something like that. That's not the case. Well, I mean, it's rare that that could be the case, but more likely is that this pen was tested from the Lamy factory. They test all of their pens, and from my deduction is that it's Lamy Blue ink that they use to test it just from the color of the ink. So the best thing to do as soon as you get your new pen is to flush it out. The only situation where you won't need to do that is if you're using the cartridge that comes with it. You can just take it and pop that thing right on there and go to town, and then you don't have to worry about cleaning it until you change colors. But in this case, I'm going to take a converter. I'm going to stick it on here because I'm not going to use that cartridge. I'm going to use something else. Okay, so what you want to do, make sure you have your cup of water. I'm going to draw ink up into the pen once my piston goes down. I'm going to draw it up into the pen, and you can see how blue that water is. So obviously there is ink in this pen, you know, and it's supposed to be that way. So just take and expel it back out in there. You can see the ink going into the water now. So all I really need to do to clean this thing out is just, you know, screw and unscrew the piston a few times, and you can see it's already getting clearer. It's really not that big of a deal. You're talking 10, maybe 15 seconds worth of work. And then you got your pen nice and clear. Look at that. Now I got clear water in there. No big whoop. It's not a ton of ink that's in here. You know, I'm sure they do clean them out to some degree. And then, you know, what I like to do is take a paper towel, kind of hold it on there. And it's cool with the demonstrator here. You can actually, I don't know how well it'll show up on the video, but you can actually see the water kind of getting sucked out of the feed. Kind of neat. But anyway, you know, you might be able to go a little more thorough than what I just did. You can tell I got a little bit of blue on the paper towel here, and that means that, you know, there's still a tiny smidge of ink left in there. I'm not going to sweat it too much. You know, depending on what type of ink, you may want to clean it more thoroughly. But anyway, that's basically what's going on. So now I have a clean pen that I can go and use and ink up with whatever I want. The thing is, if you use the pen straight out of the box without cleaning it, what you're going to have is a little bit of residual Lamy ink in here that might mix with whatever you're using. And some inks mix better than others, and it may cause you some clogging issues and things like that. I haven't heard of a lot of reports of these. I'm just saying the potential is there for that to happen. More likely the scenario, what would probably happen is you have a little blue ink in there. If you're using a light colored ink or something, it could kind of change the color of the ink, and you kind of wonder what's going on. But anyway, that's what's up with the Lamy pens. All of them are tested like that. So any Lamy pen that you're going to get, it's a good idea to go ahead and clean it out like I just did. So that's all for now. If you have any questions about Lamy pens or anything else going on in the writing world, you can always email me at brian@gouletpens.com. If you have any questions or other video ideas, I'll be happy to answer them as best I can. Thanks a lot. Right on.